and I think a lot of us feel powerless to do anything about it. But I do have a bit of a solution. So we need to have a chat about TikTok. This has gone too far and I need to point out how problematic it is. It's so bad. I'm a crossfitter, I'm a bigger athlete, I'm mid-size or plus size, I'm a size 18 in the UK, but I'm a weightlifter and I'm a competitive athlete in the sport of CrossFit and weightlifting. And the stuff I'm seeing on TikTok is so wrong, and also the stuff that I receive. I'm gonna go over all of it with you when I get back from the gym, but first I'm gonna train. So I do a little bit of weightlifting before my CrossFit session, and I started off with snatch balance here. It was deload week this week, so the weight was quite light and I was just focusing on speed. And then I went into snatches at specific percentages given by my coach, and then you'll see me start clean and jerk. As you can see, I am a mid-size girl or a plus size girl. I'm a size 18 and I have body fat. My body jiggles when I move. That is supposed to happen. Our bodies are supposed to move when we move. That is obviously why I get so much hate on TikTok, and I'm going to go into a few of the reasons why I think that is and a few of the trends that we keep seeing. But basically, it's a really difficult space to be when you are somebody that enjoys fitness and somebody that competes in a sport that is within the fitness realm, and you obviously want to post about the sport that you love and encourage other people into the sport. But when you are a bigger person like me and you have a bit of extra body fat, as I have gained over the years through ED recovery and a few other things, it's really hard to stay in a space when you constantly get called fat or like a whale or get comments on your appearance, when we are literally not training for appearance at all. We're training for fitness and for fun and just because we love it. So after my little weightlifting piece, we started doing the class, and the class had a complex which was deadlifts, power cleans and hang power cleans, and I built up to pretty heavy weight. I was going to go light because I obviously did weightlifting already, but I ended up going heavy anyway. And then it was a 40-minute workout including some dumbbell lunges, dumbbell power cleans, some dumbbell burpees, which I haven't done very many of, they were quite weird, and then a lot of rowing, and that basically went on for 40 minutes. It was hard and it was really hot. It might not seem hot, it's about 30 degrees. I'm not sure what that is in America, let me know. But it feels really hot in the UK, and we don't have air conditioning. I know in other countries you guys have air conditioning and you think that we're proper wimps for getting so hot in such low temperatures, but we're used to it being cold, so it was boiling. But yeah, it was a really fun workout. I love this sport, and I just want to encourage other people to do something that they love and find a love for CrossFit or weightlifting or fitness in any shape or form.
Ticking time bomb, you know I'm about to explode. I got a nuclear reactor deep down in my soul. I'm 30 seconds from a meltdown. Blood is running red hot through my veins. I got a heavy metal fury, I'm coming for pain. You never have to worry, I'm gonna find you. You know that you deserve it, I'm right behind you. You got me stuck in this rage, and I'm about to get even. I'm breaking out of this cage, and it's about to get heated. Hot lava in flames on my freight train, coming to see you. You got me stuck in this, stuck in this, stuck in this rage. Now listen up, cause I'm only gonna say this once. You got a gold watch, but I got a silver tongue. I lay the beat down, you can drink my punch. I am the king of this jungle, you can sit down, son. You never have to.
That workout was absolutely savage. I'm so dead. Oh my god, it's so hot in Cornwall at the moment. It's literally ridiculous. It's supposed to get to like 30 degrees today. It's currently 21 degrees and it's 10 o'clock. And that workout was so sweaty. Like, my wrists were sweating, my ankles were sweating, like there was no part of my body that wasn't sweating. Horrendous. There are so many problematic things with TikTok. A lot of it is directed at me that I'm experiencing, but there's also a load of trends on there that I want to touch on as well. And the first one that I'm going to tell you about is this weird nature's cereal trend. So on TikTok, there's loads of people posting basically nature's cereal, which is coconut water, fruit, and ice cubes. And to me that's ridiculous, because it's the same as people making like a bell pepper burger and getting like half a pepper, a slice of ham or whatever, a bit of lettuce, and then another part of a pepper. It doesn't taste like a burger in any way. It is a salad shaped like a burger. I've struggled with eating disorders in the past, so I'm really against creating fear around foods and demonizing certain types of food groups. And I mean, eat whatever you want. If you want to eat a fruit salad in a bowl for breakfast, that is totally fine and valid, but I don't think we should be demonizing things like cereal. Cereal for me was one of my biggest fear foods. I've not had it in the house for years because I was worried that I was going to binge on it, and the last time I did have a packet of Cocoa Pops in the house, I did binge on it and it was gone within a day. But recently I've started working with a company called Surreal. They do this awesome cereal which is like chocolate flavoured. It is low in sugar. I find high sugar foods can occasionally trigger binges for me, but the main reason that I eat this is because it's like a post-workout thing for me. So it's got 14 grams of protein in it, which means if I have a double portion, I'm getting in nearly 30 grams of protein, which is the equivalent to a regular protein shake. This is instead of a protein shake, and I love it. And it is cereal. It tastes like cereal. It's not fake cereal. It's not fruit. It is real, legitimate cereal. And it's so good. So I'm gonna have a bowl of this and then we'll talk about TikTok. Ara wants to join me. I just love cereal so much. The milk also goes chocolatey at the bottom. I am also sponsored by Surreal. If you would like some of their cereal, use the code SPORTYBETH1 and it will get you some discount. I'll also put a link in the description. Hey guys, I'm editing this and I realised that I hadn't put in a trigger warning. If you find anything to do with weight or measuring body sizes, body checking, corsets, seeing really thin bodies and seeing restrictive eating habits triggering, then don't watch this because you're probably going to find it really difficult, and I wouldn't want it to affect you and to trigger a binge or a relapse at all. So feel free to skip this video if that is you. I think we all know that TikTok can be really problematic, but let's start with what I experienced. I am a mid-sized girl. I have a bit of extra body fat because I gained it over lockdown. I also gained it in recovery when I started to eat more food because frankly I was not eating enough. I was virtually starving myself and doing that for years, and it had started to take a really bad toll on my body and my mental health, and I had a few mental health struggles in the last couple of years as well. That is okay. That caused me to gain a little bit of weight, which is totally fine, and it has been a huge journey trying to accept my body as it is now and just be more neutral around my body and focus more on health than on what my body looks like. And that is what I post on all of my social media platforms, including TikTok. Now, on TikTok, I get a lot of backlash. If you follow me on TikTok, you know, because I basically repost a lot of the comments and hit back at them. And a lot of them basically just call me fat and unhealthy and unfit and tell me that I'm promoting obesity because I am bigger. I actually have a very normal level of body fat. It's just that I have a lot of muscle mass as well, so I do look bigger than somebody that, say, doesn't have the muscle mass that I have. It is never okay to start telling people online that you think they're fat. People can just be really mean, say stuff like no one wants to see that, when I'm literally just living my life. Like I am an athlete in a sport and I enjoy what I do, and I'm trying to encourage more women to get into that sport and just to get into fitness generally, no matter what their body looks like, no matter what weight they are or where their starting point is. I want more people to find their love for fitness, and that is my aim with my content. None of it is asking for criticism on my body. I'm not openly talking about what my body looks like. In fact, I'm talking about the exact opposite and enjoying moving and doing sport for performance and enjoyment and just to feel fitter and healthier. But I really can't escape this online hate that I get, and I know I'm not the only one. I've seen a lot of other profiles that get a similar amount of hate, and it seems to be from the fitness community. Often I think a lot of the hate that I get is from bodybuilders or people that train for aesthetics, and frankly they don't understand CrossFit. Obviously there's a lot of hate for CrossFit anyway, but they don't understand CrossFit, they don't understand Olympic weightlifting, and they don't seem to be able to comprehend that someone might want to do fitness and not have a weight loss goal. A lot of people comment saying you'll get better results results by doing more cardio, or you'll get better results by doing an incline treadmill, which I got. I don't understand that at all. Doing incline treadmill is not going to help me get a 100 kilo clean and jerk. Like, my goals are to lift heavy weights and to be fit and healthy for my life. And I'm a competitive weightlifter. I'm hoping to qualify for the English Championships this year. No amount of cardio is going to get me closer to that goal. They're missing that. My fitness goals are performance focused and enjoyment focused. And they can't comprehend anything outside of you must only be training to look a certain way or to look good in their mind, which is really frustrating. And not only is it frustrating for me, it doesn't really get to me as much as it used to, because I get so much of it and I've become really resilient towards the hate, but I hate seeing it handed out to other people. I hate the thought that there's somebody out there that has a body size like mine that's posting them doing their first bit of weightlifting because they're super proud of themselves, and they're getting all of these gym bros and females that train for aesthetics commenting on their posts and calling them a whale and telling them that they need to do more cardio because it will be more effective when they literally just want to get strong. It really annoys me. So that whole side of TikTok and the trolling and the hate comments that we get, that is one side of it, and I think it's perpetuated by this other side of it as well. Salem Tovar did a whole video on the beauty algorithm and why TikTok makes you hate your body, and I recommend watching it. She featured a bit that I'm going to show you
where girls wear big t-shirts and then pull their shirts back to reveal their body shape, which inherently isn't bad. However, when you look in the comments, it's filled with nothing but people hating on their own bodies.
It's very focused on body image, and it gets more extreme than that. So I have started a little kind of research TikTok account where I started following hashtags like why eat in a day. I started interacting with as many of these trends as I could to see what started to come up, and what I started to see was very worrying. From what I can gather, TikTok seems to think that account is a girl at school, probably around the age of 14, because I got a video suggested to me saying what I eat in a day to lose weight as a 14-year-old girl, and then I'm getting fed a load of other videos that are like kids on school buses. They're like showing the difference between them in year 10 and them in year 11. TikTok thinks I'm a teenager, which is even more worrying. So I'll show you one of the videos that came up in my feed. It is a woman doing a corset trend, and the audio, which I probably can't play, is talking about having a 9-inch waist, which is ridiculous. 9 inches is extreme. But it doesn't end there. You may have heard of other trends such as the A4 challenge, which is basically where you see if your waist is as small as an A4 piece of paper if you hold it up in front of you. So the goal is to not be able to see the size of your waist. There's the headphone challenge where you're supposed to wrap a set of Apple headphones and it's supposed to go around your waist twice, which is crazy. That would never happen with me. It's just this fostering of comparison between girls, and especially young girls, ranking these videos really high in the algorithm when somebody has a really small waist or is really conventionally attractive. This is perpetuating the idea that women should look super thin and super lean. For me, it felt very similar to the trends that we had on Tumblr when I was a teenager, saying like Kate Moss, a picture of Kate Moss with nothing tastes better than skinny feels. That was so damaging to me on so many levels, and still to this day has ongoing effects. I remember wanting to look like Effie from Skins, and there was nothing really that was suggesting it to me so blatantly as TikTok is now. I am really worried for the next generation seeing all of this. There's the body image checking on that side, and then that leads me into what I eat in a day videos. A lot of you will know they can be very toxic. The reason why they can be toxic is not because they're showing what they're eating. It is usually the body checking that we see at the start of it. So you'll see the women come on screen and they're like showing their abs, they're showing the waist, or they're like sucking in their stomach, trying to show themselves to be as thin as they possibly can be, and then they're showing what they're eating, and a lot of the time that is very minimal food, or it's restrictive of food groups such as carbohydrates. And in a lot of these videos I'm seeing coffee being their first meal, which coffee is not a meal. I used to see coffee as a meal. I used to do fasting. I have done all of the diets under the sun, and coffee is not a meal, and it's almost like eating disorder positive behaviour. That it's like promoting, it's funny because they say that I am promoting obesity. That kind of attitude to food, that kind of restriction is promoting blatantly. A lot of it is promoting restrictive behaviours with food, and a lot of the stuff that I'm being fed through the algorithm after interacting with some of these hashtags are really, really toxic and worrying. There is the like 1,200 calorie what I eat in a day, and 1,200 calories is not enough for most of the population. Like maybe if you're really small and really light, or if you're a child, then 1,200 calories might be okay, but for the majority of the population that is not enough, and we need to be eating more even if we want to lose weight. Like 1,600 calories or more is probably around where most people want to be. As an athlete, if you do a sport, then you need to be probably eating closer to 2,000 to 2,500 calories. I'm currently in a small deficit and I'm eating 2,400 calories. My maintenance is 2,800 calories. For perspective. Now, what we've got to remember about what I eat in a day videos is we could all eat the same thing and move in the same way and we would not look the same, because our bodies are different, our genetics are different, our lifestyles are different, and it's just not a good comparison to be making. It's reinforcing the idea that what we look like is the most important thing. Really sadly as well, there's a lot of like transformation videos, and to begin with, like they put up a picture of somebody with a very normal body with someone with a very normal level of body fat, especially for women, because it is normal to have more body fat, especially as you get older, and it is healthy to have body fat because you need it for hormone function. But they'll put up this specific one, put up a video of her when she was thick and she looked totally fine before, but she's put like vomiting faces next to it, like obviously because she's really repulsed by her body. And I know that's a very normal thing for us to experience, but it sucks that this is like a trend and that this is going up for people to see, demonizing her own body. Is anybody that sees that has a body that's her size or bigger than her, that can make them feel bad about their body, because she obviously finds her body so disgusting. Like, what must she think of my body? What must she think of so many other people's bodies that don't fit the perfect beauty standard? And that's what this is all doing, is it's perpetuating this beauty standard. It is affecting kids' mental health, it's affecting adults' mental health, and I think a lot of us feel powerless to do anything about it. But I do have a bit of a solution. The answer to this is that we need to educate people. We need to talk to our teenagers and realise ourselves that the content that we interact with is going to get fed back to us more and more. So we need to stop interacting with content that is not good for us and is causing that self-comparison mindset. So if you see someone body checking or promoting really restrictive behaviours with food and potential disordered eating habits, don't interact with it. Swipe past it as quickly as you can. Definitely don't like it, don't share it, don't do any of that. And then start interacting with accounts that share more body neutral approaches. Maybe talk about things that you want to do, like maybe you like travelling, maybe you want to move your body in various ways like paddleboarding, or maybe you want to start lifting weights like me. Follow other accounts that are people in a range of different body types, so you see more body types rather than just the one beauty standard that we are seeing a lot on TikTok. Interact loads with content that makes you feel good and stop interacting with content that makes you compare yourself. I don't really know what we can do about the online hate other than start calling it out, which is what I'm doing myself, and to start normalising seeing bigger bodies like my own doing sport and unapologetically wearing exactly what they want. And I'm going to continue to do that forever. So I'm not going to change, I'm not going back now. This summer I will be wearing shorts and crop tops and whatever I feel like, because there is nothing wrong with my body and there is absolutely nothing wrong with your body, and having any amount of body fat is totally normal. Our bodies are instruments and not ornaments, so try and remember that when you're scrolling on TikTok next time. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Is there anything I've said that you disagree with? You're allowed to disagree with me, that's fine. I would love to hear your opinion. If you want to wear the shorts this summer, I have a video here that might help you feel better and make that jump to start wearing your shorts to the gym or out and about, just enjoying your life. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!